So, you know, a lot of the golf schools that I've been doing lately, we really see a large conglomerate of people roll through here. And one of the things we always focus on is how to get more driver distance. Okay, and there's three things that I see a lot of, and you probably are struggling with them too if you're out there watching this video, is balls that spin to the right, people that hit down on their driver, and backspin rates that are too high. Now, every time you hit a driver, it's gonna have backspin, but if we can lower that spin rate, your ball is gonna roll farther down the fairway, 10, 20, 25 yards, so you have a closer approach shot. But the key in kind of getting those things corrected, right? Because if your ball is spinning even 5 yards to the right, I promise you, it's costing you distance with your driver. If we can get that ball to turn over, you're gonna get an extra 5, 10, 15 yards from that. If we can get your angle of attack up, take a look at this little insert here. If your angle of attack goes from 5 degrees down, say your club head speed is 85, to 5 degrees up, you're picking up almost 30 to 40 yards just in changing that angle of attack. And I've got this handy square set on here to help us kind of improve exactly how we can release the club more efficiently, more effectively. Real quick though, let's take a look at this Hall of Famer and what he talks about in order to get that driver turning over with reduced spin and hitting bombs.
What I need to do is get the spin off of it. So I want to get the spin down below 2200, and the way to do that is a good release. Like a draw is going to spin it less. So I'm going to try to stay behind it and let it release. By that I mean I don't want my head moving forward. I want to stay behind it, let the club release. Let's see if I can hit a hot draw and get it down there. Okay, nailed it.
So some of what Mickelson is describing there, he's talking about how he's feeling the club release earlier, because we know when we hit a driver, we want to have an upward angle of attack. So, you know, let's just say, for instance, my ball was right here. On my practice swings, it almost feels like my club is bottoming out back here, like a foot before the golf ball, because I'm obviously going to have the ball teed up and I'm trying to create an upward angle of attack. So in my rehearsals, that's what he's talking about when he says he feels the club releasing sooner, and then coupling with the rotation of that lead arm. That's where the square set really works out so wonderfully. It's something that can really be trained time and time again, so we can have just that bomb driver like Serena Williams and her first serve, to where really we can maximize our distance and our accuracy down the fairway. Okay, so when we go to kind of train some of our golf school students with the square set on, we have them take little rehearsals where they're feeling that club release sooner. And then from there, we're allowing our forearms to rotate and snap at the bottom. That's really where we get a little extra boost of club head speed. So I've got my Trackman out here set up on this computer. I'm gonna hit an easy one, but what we're gonna look at is my ability to kind of hit up and reduce spin. Hugely important, right? All of us only have so much capacity to swing faster, but if we can kind of get the club coming through the hitting area exactly the right way with a little snap, a little upward hit, and a little face rotation to get the ball turning over, we've seen students gain 30 to 40 yards in a 2-day camp just from working on it consistently. So I'm going to smooth it, but I'm going to have good impact alignments. Okay, that was hit pretty good. So my smash was 150. My angle of attack was positive 0.1, and my spin rate was 2633, okay? So the ball carried around 261, went out to 285. That was actually my first shot of the day, I promise you. It did leak a little right. The wind's blowing left to right. Let me go ahead and feel my hands with the square set turning over a little quicker, like almost as if the club is closed before it gets down to impact. You see the position of the club face there is almost closed. That's really good for driver because it is on a tee. So that ball turned over nicely. That feels like it's gonna roll 60 yards. Yeah, so that really reduced spin. 1900 spin, 264 carry out to 302. That's only with 105 club speed, okay? Didn't quite get my attack angle up enough. I'd have to kind of feel that club releasing a little bit sooner back here so I could have a more positive attack angle. But overall, those are definitely some very good numbers for driver. I hope you have the ability to have a launch monitor and check your numbers from time to time. There's a lot of really good inexpensive ones out there, the Rapsodo, the Swing Caddy, the PRGR, that'll show you launch and spin, carry, all those numbers. I know obviously we can't all go out and buy a Trackman, but really the thing that defines it is you have to be able to have something that'll help you release that club consistently to where your arms extend and rotate, hitting up through the ball, producing a nice right to left ball flight. That's when you know you're efficient as possible, you're maximizing everything that you can do to hit the ball as far as you can. So I hope that helps. I've been really digging the square set. I've used it with a lot of students. It really helps get rid of anything that's leaking off to the right and experiencing that just weak power loss. So go check it out. Fits on the club real easily. You can hit balls with it. You can take practice swings at home. It really works out well. I hope you like that video. I'm gonna keep practicing. I'm gonna try to hit up on it a little bit more and see if I can get a little more power than what I got on those last two. I'll see you all next video. If you wanna see another video about hitting the ball longer, I've got one right here you could check out. Until then, leave me some comments. Tell me what you thought of the video. Tell me if some of these things are helping your game out. Have a great week.